Hello everybody, it's me again, WebSoak. So, I came over here because when I was watching over my last video, I noticed that I messed up one of the signs over here. So I've changed it. I put Moffat Avenue, or Moffat Avenue. I don't know how the name's pronounced. It looks like it's Italian or something like that, and I'm not Italian, so I don't know how to pronounce those names. Alright, so I've also lowered the microphone slightly so that it hopefully does not have any more issues. In the last video, it started sounding a little bit like some sort of astronaut's microphone, and that's not what I want for my videos. We're not in space. We are not astronauts, so we wouldn't. Yeah, I won't get into that much. So, here we are on Nassau Street. So, you can see over there, that was where I was storing the parts for Broad Street. So here it is. Okay, it's not actually night yet, and it's not raining. So let's make it the correct time that it is in real life. What are you doing over there, son? You're supposed to be somewhere over there. Ah, stupid texture pack. Okay, so here is the Broad Street parts and assets that I had set up with the bits. Here it is. Broad Street. Damn it. I keep trying to type in WebSoak, but I forgot that I'm on a different account now because that one's lost. Alrighty, so the first time that I did this, I forgot something. That something being this. Hello, whatever this thing is. Alrighty, so it looks to me like something is not right. So we need to make it work for the side. Let's see. So it's going out 2, and then this part. Is that correct? No. So then it would be like this. 2 up. There we go. Okay, so it will now work for the angled parts. So let's just do this. So what we'll do is we'll replace this part with such materials as those. Okay, so I'm just going to cut really fast because unless you guys want to see this part, I guess I could leave it in. But we'll have a lot to get through in this video. And even with that, I don't even think that we'll be finishing up this station in this episode. There's just so much to go through. This is the last stop on the J after all. It's the last stop, so we cannot skimp out on anything with this station because it's a last stop. You can't skimp out on last stops. Especially the J. The J has quickly moved through the ranks for me and has become one of my favorite lines now. Originally, when I started this whole project on the original map way back in 2018, in September of 2018, my favorite line was the Q. But once they took away the R160s, I saw it for what it was, and I've lost interest in that line as a favorite. I still like it, but it's not my number one anymore. I'm going to say officially now that the J is my favorite line. I like everything about it. I've always liked shows like The Walking Dead, and for me, the J is a creepy line. In Brooklyn, it goes for miles along a park with a cemetery in it. It's a very lonely line as well. There are not many other lines near it, so it can feel lonely at times. It starts out, for those of you who might just watch this from the Minecraft perspective, and maybe you just watch Minecraft Let's Plays, that's fine. And I'll explain to you a little bit about the J line. So it starts out in an area of New York City called Jamaica. And some of you may be thinking, what, Jamaica? But that's an island. Yes, but they've named a neighborhood after it in Queens, New York, all the way off to the east of Queens. So it starts out there, and it will move through Jamaica. It will come outside near the park. The park doesn't have a uniform name. It changes names a lot. Hold on, guys. What is going on? There we go. Okay, so the park doesn't keep names. It sort of trades names. It starts out, I think, as Cypress Hills and Forest Park and Highland Park as well. It's a very big park, but because it has a highway going through it, the park doesn't retain its name, but I consider it all one unit for the most part. Okay, so I'm just looking at Google Maps here because I am aware that there's a bend. I don't want to mess up again. Yes, I already messed up once doing this stop. I'd like to not do that again. So, okay, so now we have the bend. I've seen the bend and I think I know what to do about it. Okay, so we will come over here. Let's make this into a 3-block angle. No, let's make this road look nice. Instead of just suddenly becoming 3, we'll do 4 and then 3, okay? Okay, so there we go. So it transitions nicely there. So it has a 4 and then it will become a 3. So we'll just do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was 2. Okay? This is hard. Alright. So there we go. Let's go a little bit more. I will take this a little bit more. I will just do a great copy here. This should send the road far enough for our purpose. Oh, look at that. It's the waterfront, technically. Yes, guys, I know there's not actually a waterfront there in Minecraft, but by technicality, it is a waterfront.
sweet harmony. Someday we'll all be free.
Alrighty, guys. So, I've set up the platform. You can see it right here. So I swapped out part of the pillars to have the branches on the top. BMT pillars always have the branches on the top, so I did that here. There's a few scenarios where they don't, but typically they will have branches on top. So I put the branches because it's a BMT station. If you can tell the differences between BMT and IND architecture, it is pretty apparent that this is a BMT station. IND stations, you'll never see designs like this in them. They will always use, typically anyway, they'll use the square tiling as well. They won't do stuff like this either. So yes, this is obviously a BMT station. This is the BMT Nassau Street line. This is the last stop on it. I have created these task pillars. Yeah, here they are. Look at this. So I've marked out some tasks that I'm interested in doing in the near future on these task pillars. You can see them here. So here's for the M, for example. Current tasks: build Myrtle Ave, Wyckoff Avenue. Finish Myrtle Avenue line, add buildings along the elevated, add signals and speed limit signs. Then the L has a lot of tasks. Add buildings near Wilson Avenue, elevated tracks. Build Myrtle Avenue, Wyckoff Avenue. Obviously that will also help the M, and vice versa. Add buildings near Canarsie Elevated. I do want to add buildings near the Canarsie Elevated for the remastered full ride. Complete New Lots Avenue. Alright, so then chill out, Minecraft. Oh my god. That scares me every time. Current tasks for the J. We also have the Z here, but the Z will have its own tasks, but not for a little bit. Current tasks: build Jamaica Elevated, Lonely J. That's what I call that region. Build roads between Jamaica Center and Broadway Junction. So we have to do that before we can do this. Finish Broad Street. It should also say finish Nassau Street line. Build Chambers Street. Build Fulton Street J platform. So now we have these quest pillars. So that's pretty cool. There's even some for the D. Build 55th Street and 62nd Street. There's some for the F. Finish Ditmas Avenue. Build roads to Jamaica 179th Street. Of course the M. The B is dormant. The G is currently dormant. The 7 has one task. Build the Times Square platform. Lol. Lol. E. Finish 8th Avenue. Finish World Trade Center. So. Oh, the R is dormant. Sort of dormant. But I guess I counted that in with the N. There's also one for the W. There's some tracks that need work on the uptown side. Alright, so again, I just mentioned the whole subscribe and like thing, so yes, please do that. Leave your comments if you have anything to say. As I just mentioned before, I read all of your comments. I am WebSoak, and I am out. See you later, guys.